We are going to start a new unit, Unit 3, the financing decision. In Unit 2, we have seen that how by using capital budgeting techniques, we evaluate the projects and select the best one. Now, this selection will be of no use until and unless the company or firm has enough funds to invest in it. And this particular unit talks about procurement of funds from the various available sources. Let's start with the topic cost of capital. What is cost of capital? In simple terms, it is the cost of funds used to finance a business. Typically, there are four major sources that a company uses for financing. First, equity share capital, that is, issuing equity in the form of shares. Second is retained earnings. Retained earnings are the portion of the company's net earnings that it does not pay out to shareholders as dividends. Third is preference shares. Preference shares are the shares that give the shareholders certain rights ahead of equity shareholders. For example, when a company declares dividend, preference shares receive dividend before common shareholders. Preference shares usually have a fixed dividend which is denoted by percentage value. Okay, like for example, you will see 8% preference shares, 12% preference shares, and so on. And this feature of a fixed dividend makes them similar to loans or bonds. Okay, and the last source is loans or debentures. Loans or debentures or bonds, that is, when a company takes loans or issues debentures or bond, it has to pay periodic interest payments, irrespective of whether the company is making profit or loss. So, what are the four major sources of finance that we have seen? Equity share capital, retained earnings, preference shares, loans or debentures. And we are going to analyze all these one by one. New type of cost that we will see here is like flotation cost or incidental cost or cost of issue or brokerage, etc. So what are all these costs? These are the costs that the company has to incur because of issuing and selling a security. Okay, so whenever these costs are mentioned, we have to adjust these or subtract these from the amount received or net proceeds of the company. In simple terms, we have to subtract these from the amount that the company is receiving. Okay, cost of debt, KD. Debt comes in the form of long-term debentures, bonds, loans. Cheapest source of finance is loans or debenture. Important thing to note is that the interest that the company pays on debentures, it gets tax advantage on it. Okay, so the full amount of interest that is paid is not the cost for the company because there is tax saving. So only the net amount or the interest after adjusting for tax will be taken as the cost for the company. Now the debentures can be categorized basically into two: irredeemable and redeemable. Irredeemable, or also known as perpetual debentures, are those debentures which are not repayable at the end of a definite period. In practical sense, if you see, there are no such debentures which exist because almost all the debentures will have some or the other maturity value. But in our sense or in our questions, if the maturity value is not given, we will assume it as irredeemable or perpetual debenture. Okay, and other is of course redeemable debenture. So as you can see here, we have the formula to calculate cost of debt in case of irredeemable debenture. So KD is equal to I into 1 minus T divided by B0. Okay, so what is this I? I is the annual interest that the company is paying, and into 1 minus T. So as I said that the company gets tax advantage, so whole amount of interest won't be taken, we will adjust the tax saving on it. Okay, like say for example tax rate is 40%. So what we will do, the interest amount into 1 minus 0.40. So the net amount will be interest into 0.6 in numerator divided by B0. What is this B0? B0 is the issue price, or in simple terms you can say that how much money, how much amount the company has received in the year 0. Okay, and in this B0 we will make all the adjustments which for the cost that the company would have incurred in terms of flotation cost, or if it would have issued the security at discount or premium. So all such adjustments will be done in the issue price or B0. Okay. In this example, A Limited has issued 12% perpetual debentures, perpetual or irredeemable debentures of rupees 100 each at a discount of 5%. The tax rate applicable is 40% and you have to calculate KD. Now as we know the formula, KD is equal to I into 1 minus T divided by B0. So do remember one thing, that this interest is always calculated on face value. Okay, so interest rate is given 12% and face value is 100, so it will be 12 itself into 1 minus T, tax rate is 40%, so 0.40 divided by B0. So this B0 will be 95 because at the time of issue the company is giving the discount of 5%. Okay, so 5% on 100 means 5 itself, so 100 minus 5, that is 95. So put the values, you will get the answer as 7.578%. So this is the formula through which we will find the cost of redeemable debenture. Okay, rest all the terms we have already seen. Two new terms are there. One is RV, that is redemption value, and other is N. N is number of years in redemption. So in numerator we have interest into 1 minus T plus redemption value minus B0. B0 is amount received divided by N. N, that is number of years in redemption. In denominator we have the average of redemption value and plus amount received, or B0. Okay. In this example, A Limited issued 15% debentures of 1000 each. Discount is 5%, flotation cost is 5%, and they are to be redeemed after 10 years. Tax rate that is applicable is 50%. We have to find KD. Now putting the values in the formula, I into 1 minus T. So interest will be 15% of 1000, that is 150, into 1 minus T, T which is 50%, so 0.5, plus redeemable value is 1000. If nothing is mentioned regarding redemption value, we will assume the redemption at par. Okay, so 1000 is taken, minus, now B0 is amount received. So two costs are involved in it, and we have seen that in B0 we have to make the adjustments regarding the cost. Okay, so here first is discount, other is flotation cost. So 5% plus 5%, that is 10%. So 10% of 1000. Okay, that means 100. So 1000 minus 100, which gives us 900. So value will be 900 divided by N. N is number of years of redemption. Okay, so 10. Then divided by, in denominator we have average of redemption value and the amount received. So 1900 by 2. And it will give us the answer of 8.94%. Cost of preference shares, KP. So in preference shares also the dividend that is to be given, that percentage is specified. In this sense it is much like debt. Okay, here also we have two types, redeemable and irredeemable. But the major difference here is that in case of debt we had tax advantage. Here no such advantage exists, because before giving dividend itself we have already paid tax. So no matter how much dividend we give, that won't make any impact or give us any advantage in terms of tax. Okay, so here for irredeemable debenture we have the formula KP is equal to PD divided by P0. The concept is same as that of debentures. The terms are different. Here PD means annual dividend, because there we used to give interest, here we have to give dividend every year. So PD stands for annual dividend payment. P0 is, you can say, the amount received or issue price or net proceeds which are collected from the sale of security. And if there is any discount or premium or flotation cost, all such adjustment have to be made to the PO. Okay, so the formula is quite simple here. KP is equal to PD divided by P0. In this example, a company issues 14% preference shares, face value is 100, N is 10 years, flotation cost is 5%, and we have to find KP. Okay, so using the formula we have annual dividend is 14 because 14% of 100, then plus PN, that is redeemable value minus amount received, that is 100 minus 95 divided by n, which is 10, and in denominator we have the average of Pn and P0. So the answer will be approximately 15%. Alright, so that's it for now. We'll continue tomorrow. Hope it is helpful. Take care. Bye.